just so it's in your mind, if you have us make a setup change and you don't like the feel, don't hesitate to come back and undo it. You can save any setups that you like from the tablet, or you can always use one of the presets the team has built from our simulation data.
Oh, let's see here. What's up, guys? KAMIKAZE-FOX coming to you from IRL F2 Racing today, and it's guaranteed to be horrible. So let's just start with Yas Marina. I don't know that track. I don't really race that track. Let's start with number 2. I'm not very good at this game. I've done 2 F2 races this year, DNF both times. I think I'm just going to go with a default setup. Balanced sounds good. I really just want to finish a race is my goal. So, don't really know the track. Park Ferme rules are on.
Checks complete. All personnel be aware, we have a car leaving.
Got 2 DNFs. Had a DNF in Hungary and had a DNF at Monza, unfortunately. I was actually running halfway decent at Monza. Got called out by Lesnos 2 a couple of times. Got called out from qualifying and called out from the race. I really don't know this track. Far. Wait, where am I going? Wow, that's ignorant. Well, we blew that one. Yeah, I know, invalid lap time. So currently Michael Marlowe is the quickest with a 1:36.418. I am guaranteed to be in the 140s. Let him by. I'm gonna let the Ferrari by. Oh, god damn that corner. Quickest. Marcel Holland picked up his first win last time out. Gonna pick up another pole. He leads the league in poles this year. This will be his fourth one if it's held. Yeah, I know, I'm out of fuel. Just trying to get back to the pits. Hope I didn't mess you up there, Billy. Oh man, I'm not trying to be in the way. And we're in. Yay! Come on, spin me around.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:43.5.
Other guys haven't even set a time. I don't want to be on. Is that hypersauce? I don't want to be on that. How do I change my tire? Got nothing but hypers and a set of ultras. Eesh.
Standing by.
Bet you he ran out of gas too. I've been there, done that. Oh, that's right. There's that ignorant turn. Oh, my lap time's not going to count. Oh, shit.
Are you alright? Engine off, engine off.
Whatever. I forgot what part of the track I was on. And I was not looking at the track map. Alright, well, let's get back to this. I'm just going to be last. It's fine. I get it. So let's pick up. This is Marcel Holler. Let's see. Tim Bruce-Delines, Paco Suarez, Lee Kelly, Nino Romanello, Michael Marlowe, Jared Fosbury, Adrian Storm, Charlie Sampson, James Sands, Joe Hollis, Billy Mossam, Chris Ryan, Cerritos Calamitis, Callum Anderson. I don't know who Luke Tourette is. I believe that's Luis Wassman. No, that's not him. Luke Tourette, I don't know who that is. Jeremy Pope. I'll be starting last. That's probably where I'll finish. Probably won't even finish the race. So let's see here. We'll pick up Paco Suarez. So 3 minutes left to play in the qualifying session. I am out, which is par for the course. Forgot what part of the track I was on. So here's what it is. Suarez is into the pits, so we're going to pick up. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of people that are not in the pits. Cerritos Calamitis is sector 2 right now. Looks like he might be on a hot lap. DRS slot open. He's so far gone so far gone 1:38.347 has been his fastest time. And he's going to jump to 9th quickest, so good for him. Pick up Tim Bruce-Delines. Caution in Sector 2, Luke Tourette. He'll retire from the session, so he'll be 16th quickest. Pick up Joe Hollis. Looks like he's just starting a hot lap now. He come across the line, 1:37.619 so far. 12th quickest. Hollis is a faster driver than that. Caution in Sector 1 and 2. And got less than 2 minutes to play, so we're going to be winding down here. King Julian is the only driver that is breaking the 134 berries, 1:34.847. It's Marcel Holler. Actually leads the league this year in leads the league in pole positions. He's had 3. Marcel Holler has. Joe Hollis has not. So less than a minute to go. Hot laps will count, especially if you can get across the line with even a second remaining. We'll continue to watch Joe Hollis. He's going to come across the line. 1:35.844, 4th quickest for him. Tim Bruce leads is out on the mediums, and it looks like he's down at the first sector. He's off of his time. Paco Suarez. Looks like he's going to come across the line with just enough time to start another hot lap. Third quickest, 1:35.828. So Zritos Kalamitis is done. Charlie Sampson is done. Billy Mossam is done. Chris Ryan is done. Nino Romanello goes to second quickest, 1:35.491. Again, Marcel Haller is the only driver to break the 1:34 barrier. Does anybody have anything for him? Bruce Delines out on the hypers. Michael Marlowe looks like he's done for the day. Joe Hollis is done for the day as he's dropped to the fifth quickest. Marcel Haller, 1:34.497, goes 4/10 quicker. Bruce Delines improves on his time, but he's only going to be third quickest. Paco Suarez. Suarez is still out on a hot lap. Does he have anything for him? Sector 3, last couple of corners. Looks like Jared Fosbury's just on fourth quickest. So good for Jared Fosbury. He was down in the running order. Here comes Paco Suarez, his teammate. And Suarez looks like he put in a good time. He was the last one to come across the line. Second quickest for Paco Suarez. But once again, the pole position is going to go to Marcel Haller for the fourth time this year. So congratulations to him. Of course, I crashed out, so forgot what part of the track I was on. So here's your starting order. It's Marcel Haller, Paco Suarez, Nino Romanello, Tim Bruce-Delines, Jared Fosbury, Joe Hollis, Adrian Storm, Lee Kelly, Michael Marlowe, James Sands, Callum Anderson, Zritos Kalamitis, Charlie Sampson, Billy Mossam, Chris Ryan, Luke Tured, Jeremy Pope, and me. I will be starting dead last. I just want to finish the race. Everybody else in front of me can wreck, so we'll see what happens. So in 1:43, I feel like I can improve upon my 1:43. I struggle with the last couple of corners, but we'll see what happens. Race strategy. I'm probably going to end up having to pit early anyways. I'll go with this one.
Seeing any technical issues coming off the practice start. Watch the RPM on the full start. We don't want to bog down. Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
Alright, good formation lap. Hooray. Somehow, I'm starting 17th, but Lee Kelly is behind me. I don't know why that is. Alright, let's not forget where you are, Lance. Opening lap. Let's just try and finish the race.
That's a strong start. Well done.
Damn it. Go. Damn that couple last corners. I'm gonna get that corner right.
Caution, caution. Okay, clear. Race officials have enabled DRS. DRS is now available. access on fuel. Mix 3 is there if you need it. Mix 3. We're leading our teammate by 21.4 seconds.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
I wasn't doing that bad. Come on. Man. Fucking lap 4. Well, sugar snacks, man. Well, this race has already turned into a race of attrition. We've lost Tim Brusdelines, Nino Romanello, Jeremy Pope, and myself. I was running 11th. Gosh, man, it sucks. So, Paco Suarez and Jared Fosbury running 1 and 2. And it looks like we're having some issues with timing and scoring. Here we go. Starting to come together now, so I'll put together a running order for you guys. Gosh, man, I was actually doing halfway decent. I really just wanted to run a quiet race. So much for that. But you can watch the rest of the broadcast. You can join me here, KAMIKAZE-FOX, if you're joining along. I appreciate it. You can also check out the IRL YouTube channel for the actual live feed with Sandro Sauerhog and Lewis Marshall. Be sure to check that out over on the IRL channel. But if you're watching along here, I started 17th. I worked my way into 11th. I avoided all the chaos on the opening laps, and I just blew it, trying to push a little too hard. And I can't believe it. I wasn't even pushing that hard. I really thought I would have had it, but oh well. Another disappointing outing for me, and it looks like we've lost another driver, so let's get with it here. Lap 5 of 28. Paco Suarez is your leader. He's leading his teammate by 1.8 seconds. It's Jared Fosbury. Adrian Storm has worked his way into 3rd. Joe Hollis is up to 4th. Michael Marlowe 5th. Lee Kelly is 6th. Luke Tourette is 7th. Callum Anderson 8th. Charlie Sampson 9th. Billy Mossum is 10th. Zritos Kalamitis coming into view there is 11th. Marcel Haller, who started on pole, was involved in the was involved in the first lap accident, is all the way back to 12th. And Chris Ryan rounds out the 13 remaining drivers. Then you have James Sands, KAMIKAZE-FOX, myself, KAMIKAZE-FOX, Jeremy Pope, Nino Romanello, and Tim Brusdelines. So disappointing outing for there. We started with 18 drivers. We now have 13 remaining. And it looks like your closest battle on track is unfolding as we speak. This is going to be a 3-way battle. This is Joe Hollis being followed by... Joe Hollis, being followed by Michael Marlowe and Lee Kelly. So 3-way battle for 4th, or for 3rd, I should say. And Paco Suarez is starting to pull a gap on his teammate Jared Fosbury. And here we go. DRS enabled with the advantage there. Michael Marlowe trying to put a move on Hollis at the end of that straightaway. Gets a good run coming out of the hairpin. And all the way to the inside. Look at Hollis trying to take away that defensive line. Hollis is going to make it hard for Marlowe, but Marlowe's going to go around the outside. And he's going to be able to make that pass. And can he hang tough there? Hollis is going to try and get the position back. The back end kicks out on the car. Lee Kelly coming in the fold now. Looks like he's going to fall into the clutches of Lee Kelly and the Williams. And Suarez coming across to start lap 7. So unfortunately, this has become a race of attrition very early. And it looks like Adrian Storm is headed into the pits, but we're watching the battle for third right now. That's Michael Marlowe, Joe Hollis, and Lee Kelly. Adrian Storm's going to lose a couple of positions as he goes into the pits. Luke Tered's going to move into sixth. Adrian Storm dropping through the field. Here comes Lee Kelly, going to try and go around the outside. He's not going to be close enough to make that work. And now Michael Marlowe has gapped these two. He's a second plus over, so he's out of DRS range. And now Lee Kelly's going to have the DRS advantage over Joe Hollis. And around the outside, Hollis is still there. Crossover move, not going to be able to make it work, but he's on the inside of the next corner. So Lee Kelly's going to make the move to jump into fourth. Can Hollis get it back? DRS advantage now to Hollis. 3 DRS zones on this track, I believe. And around the outside is Ultra Softs versus Super Softs. And look at this, the back end of Hollis's car kicks out. They go back and forth. Hollis takes the position back. Kelly is there. Down to the inside. Hollis goes wide, back end kicks out. Lee Kelly's going to try a crossover move, get to the inside of the next corner. What are we looking at? There goes Lee Kelly, made the move, bad camera position, and didn't get to see the pass. Looks like Hollis is struggling with grip just a little bit. Now can Hollis get the position back? And this is exactly where I lost it. Coming out of this corner, you go around the the right-hander. Yeah, it was a quick left-right switch back. I ran a little wide coming out of this right-hander, lost the back end of the car, and slid across, hit the Armco, took me out. And it looks like Hollis is losing ground now to Lee Kelly. So Paco Suarez is your leader over his teammate Jared Fosbury. Michael Marlowe managed to get into third and pull away from Lee Kelly by 4 seconds. Kelly's now a second and a half over Joe Hollis. Luke Tered is running sixth. Charlie Sampson is seventh. Callum Anderson running eighth. Adrian Storm is pitted for his super stops. He's already made his first stop. He's down to ninth. Billy Mossam in 10th. Marcel Holler closing in the gap. Again, he who started on pole was involved in the first lap calamity. Dropped him through the field. Can Marcel Holler come back? He picked up his first win last time out at Monza, and it was a good win for him. It was the second podium of the year, but after proving he's very fast and qualifying so many times this year with 3 pole positions, now picking up his 4th pole position, he was able to pick up his first win last time out at Monza. Closing in the gap now to Billy Mossam for the 10th spot. Zritos Kalamitis is 12th, and Chris Ryan down in 13th. I was running 11th at the time of my crash, but I didn't even get to make it to my first pit stop. Really disappointed with myself. So Marcel Holler trying to make the move as they head to this complicated triple right-hander apex corners, I should say. And Holler's all over the back of Mossam. Oh, and Mossam runs wide. I struggled with that during qualifying, and it looks like Mossam's going to head into the pits. He's going to hand the position over to Marcel Holler. Adrian Storm currently running 9th, and it looks like he's starting to close in the gap to Callum Anderson. And Chris Ryan's going to pick up a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting, and here we go. To the inside, Adrian Storm, he's got the better tires. Callum Anderson's going to lose the position. Tucks in behind him to try and pick up some slipstream. But unfortunately for him, at the time it was in scoring sector, Storm had the DRS advantage. So Adrian Storm picks up the 8th spot, and that's going to move us to our next battle, which is the battle for 6th. This is Charlie Sampson on Luke Tered in the Scuderia Ferrari. This is Chris Ryan's teammate. Luke Tered has made it very clear. He finished 6th last round at Monza. So he's made it clear that he's going to try and be the #1 Ferrari driver over Chris Ryan, but all the points so far, besides that 6th place finish, have been scored this year by Ferrari has been Chris Ryan's. And you see here, looks like Michael Marlowe's jumping into the pits, and Luke Red runs very wide coming out of that last corner, so it's going to almost open the door for Charlie Sampson. Sampson trying to stick with him. And Michael Marlowe is going to come out of the pits in, looks like, 7th place. Big lockup there as they head into the hairpin there, the chicane. And as these two have been fighting it out, Luke Red and Charlie Sampson, Adrian Storm is starting to creep into the picture. So it looks like we're going to have a three-way battle for what could be the 4th spot. A bit of a lock up there by Sampson. Sampson's got the DRS advantage. Luke Red trying to make it very hard for him to make a move. Lock up again by Sampson's McLaren. And a 3-second time penalty is now going to go to Zritos Kalamaitis. And Sampson is going to dive into the pits, so the battle's now going to become Adrian Storm and Luke Red. Adrian Storm is within a second of Luke Red's Ferrari. Storm's already made his pit stop. He's on the better tires as they head into this first chicane here. Good run by Storm coming out of the corner. Tries to get to the inside of the hairpin. He gets the power down, and Adrian Storm is gone. Luke's going to have to give up that position. And look at that. Adrian Storm was in the position for the timing and sector and scoring to pick up the DRS advantage over Luke's Ferrari. Working lap 11 of 28, and Adrian Storm has worked his way into the 5th spot. Paco Suarez, meanwhile, is comfortably out in front over his teammate Jared Fosbury. You see coming into frame there, almost 3 seconds ahead. Lee Kelly secures the 3rd spot, 20 seconds behind Jared Fosbury. Then it's Adrian Storm, followed by Luke Red, followed by Michael Marlowe. Marcel Haller has made his way into the 7th spot. Zritos Kalamaitis is coming under attack from Joe Hollis in the McLaren. This is the battle for 8th. Oh, and it's very close there. They both run. Look at this. Zritos ran wide, trying to pick him back up. And Hollis is going to make a move around the outside. So Joe Hollis into 8th. Meanwhile, we're going to pick up another battle. This is Charlie Sampson closing in on Callum Anderson for the 11th spot. See the 2 Force Indies there. It's Billy Lawson and Callum Anderson being followed by Joe Hollis in the McLaren. Hollis is going to have the DRS advantage. to the inside. He's not going to be able to make it work. Switch back, crossover move. Hollis gets the power down. He's going to get the run on the outside. And he's going to have the DRS advantage, timing and scoring, so good for him. Anderson, though, not done. Going to try and come back. And that's not Hollis. I'm sorry, this is Charlie Sampson. Hollis is currently running in 8th. And Charlie Sampson is going to take over the 11th position. Callum Anderson's still there. He's still within striking distance to get that position back if he can. Looks like the back end kicked out a little bit there on Anderson's car. And meanwhile, Sampson is actually closing the gap a little bit to the other Force India of Billy Mossam. That would be for the 10th and final points paying spot. As we see Billy Mossam pick up a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. And time penalties have been an issue so far this year, so it'll be interesting to see if time penalties being assessed at the end of this round will be a factor again. And Sampson is closing that gap on to Billy Mossam. And it looks like Jared Fosbury's heading into the pits. I'm sorry, that was Lee Kelly that is headed into the pits. So that's going to hand over the 3rd spot to Adrian Storm. Continue to watch this battle unfold. Sampson trying to get that last points paying spot. And he is in the middle of a Force India sandwich. And Anderson's going to pick up a 3-second time penalty. Here we go, Sampson now. Through the sweeping S's, out onto the short straightaway before they get to the hairpin. It's on the inside as they head down here into the chicane. Not going to be there close enough. Swings the car in. Tries to get the power down, coming around the out of it. Short run down to the hairpin. Little puff of smoke out of the left front. Tries to get the power down now. He's going to have the DRS advantage, but so far Billy Mossam has made that car very difficult to get around. Squeezes him down all the way down, almost to the grass. Oh, locks up the wheels. They both lock up. Mossam's not giving up the position. They bang wheels and they both crash into the barrier. And now Convex Popeye, that's Chris Ryan, just flashed across the bottom of the screen that he is going to be done for the day. And Charlie Sampson's got wing damage and loses another position. So now it's the 2 Force Indias running 9th and 10th. Charlie Sampson out of this fight. Marcel Haller, who started on pole, is all the way back in 12th. It looks like he is struggling with his car. And he just picked up another 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. So we started with 18 cars. We've got 12 remaining here at round 10 at Abu Dhabi for the IRL F2 Championship. So it looks like your next closest battle on track is going to be, here we go, Ritos Kalamitis and Lee Kelly. And Kelly just made that move on the Toro Rosso of Kalamitis' car. Uh-oh, and Billy Mossam now has left the session, which means his car is going to go AI. So the battle that was unfolding between them a couple of laps ago was Charlie Sampson on the back of Mossam's car, but Mossam, again, his car's going to be AI, so Sampson's going to be able to easily pick up that position this time. He's got the DRS advantage. He's on the inside line at the end of the straightaway. And he's easily going to be able to pick up the 11th spot. Now can Sampson start closing the gap to Red for the 10th and final points picking position that he was fighting for earlier. Joe Hollis is just headed into the pits. That's going to move Lee Kelly up again. And it looks like Hollis is coming out of the pits. So the cars are getting a little spread out. Paco Suarez is still your leader, and he is now 7+ seconds out front of his teammate but championship points leader Jared Fosbury. Adrian Storm has managed to move his way into third. Michael Marlowe is fourth, closing that gap a little bit, but still 3+ seconds behind. Lee Kelly is running fifth. Zritos Kalamitis running a good race in sixth. Callum Anderson has made his way into seventh, but on the tail of him is Marcel Haller, followed by Joe Hollis. So we're about to have a three-way battle unfold for the 7th spot, as Anderson is going to have Marcel Haller and Joe Hollis closing in on the back of him. And actually back there you can see Luke Tered just coming into fold too, so it could be a 4-way battle. Marcel Haller, now we jump on board, he's really darting that car around. And Haller makes the move on Anderson, so Anderson loses the 7th spot. Hollis now going to make the move. Try and make the move around to the outside. He runs wide coming out of the corner, but he does make it work. And Luke Tered just picked up another 3-second time penalty as he's now closing in on Callum Anderson. But Hollis is actually going to be able to fight it out, it looks like, with Marcel Haller for the 7th spot. There you see 7th and 8th, 9th and 10th. Three-second time penalty for Adrian Storm as you see these 4 cars come down the long straightaway. Hollis to the inside, going to try and make the move on Marcel Haller. And it looks like Billy Mossam might be having some internet issues. He left the session. His car went AI. Looks like he's rejoined the session. Let's see if he can regain control of his car as Hollis makes a move around the outside of Haller, but Haller's going to run deep into the corner. He almost blew the corner and gave up the position, or gave up an extra position, as Luke Tered is right there to pounce if Haller makes a mistake. And we've got a caution in Sector 3. And Zritos Kalamitis just headed into the pits. It might have been him that was bringing out the sector cautions. Now, 3-second time penalty from Michael Marlowe. So these guys are going to be able to move up a spot because of Zritos Kalamitis being in the pits. So 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th now is going to be Hollis, Haller, Luke Tered, and Callum Anderson. Marcel Haller trying to close in on the back of Joe Hollis. He's within half a second. Runs wide there coming out of that corner. Looks like there was some debris back there as well. Closes in that gap under braking, but it looks like Hollis is able to get the power down a little sooner than Haller, so. And Haller's car has been all over the road. I'm not sure if he's... Oh, struggling with grit. The back end kicks out. He almost lost it there. Back end kicks out on him again as he tries to get that power down early to try and get that move on Hollis, but he can't make the power stick. He's really struggling with rear end grip. The track temperature was about 86 degrees at the start of this race. Ambient temperature was about 76. So I'm sure the track temperature's gone up a little bit. Tire temperatures might be becoming an issue for the Sauber of Marcel Haller. He's within DRS range, but he's not close enough to make a move on Hollis as they head down into the chicane. He does close the gap, though. He's going to have DRS advantage again. He might be close enough to make a move at the end of this short straightaway down into the hairpin. Oh, he's not there. The quick right, left, right exchange. Left, right, left. And Marcel Haller's car just looks like it's going to snap oversteer any second and put the front of that car into the barrier. Runs wide out of that corner. Looks like, again, he's struggling for grip. As we continue to watch this battle unfold, this is your closest battle on track right now. And again, DRS advantage to Haller. Not close enough to make a move on Hollis, though. He's going to try and dive to the inside of the chicane. Oh, not close enough. Tries to get the power down. I'm going to try a crossover move. Hollis runs wide coming out of there. Opens the door a little bit for Haller. Marcel around the outside. But Hollis is going to stuff it in there. Holds the position for now. Haller to the inside. It's going to become the outside, but he makes the move stick this time. Power move by Haller on the outside of Hollis. As he tried the crossover move and it made it work. So Haller picks up the 6th spot after starting on pole position and being wrapped up in the lap 1 wreck. But can Hollis come back and get the position back from, looks like Luke Tourette jumps into the pits from 8th spot. Looks like everybody's made their pit stops at this point. And Callum Anderson looks like he might have just gotten passed by Zritos Kalamitis. We're going to go back to the Hollis battle, though. Hollis and Haller. Marcel Haller in the Sauber, Joe Hollis in the McLaren. DRS advantage Hollis right now to the outside. Haller not able to hold him off. Closes up under brake. It looks like Hollis ran a little bit wide there. Crossover move again. And it was in this area here, this section of the track, that Haller made the move last time. Oh, look at the switchback. And to the inside, and now this time Hollis goes to the outside. And it was here that Marcel made the move last time on this particular corner. Not going to be able to make the move this time around, though. Luke to Red picks up a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. This has been an incredible battle for the 6th spot. Marcel Haller runs a little wide, back end kicks out, slides it around now, get the power down. Oh, and the back end kicks out on Haller's car. And he just lost all of the time that he had gained on Joe Hollis. Marcel Haller just lost. Looks like he was struggling with a little bit of aero wash through the S's there. They're both struggling for grip. And now this battle is settled down for a second. Marcel Haller still coming back. He's within a second, so he's going to have the DRS advantage. Continue to watch this battle as this race winds down. Lap 23 of 28, so 5 laps remaining. The race started out as a race of attrition. We started with 18 drivers. We've lost Chris Ryan, James Sands. We've lost myself on lap 4, Jeremy Pope, Nino Romanello, Tim Bruselines was the first one to crash out. We started with 18, we've lost 6. And Marcel Haller has been dancing on a knife's edge this race with grip. You see the back end kicks out again. And a big time oversteer that time, but he's going to try and stick with Joe Hollis this time. It was this section of the track that Marcel Haller lost grip last time around. Through the S's, the back end wanted to swing around. A little closer this time, hangs onto the car. Down into the chicane. Tries to get that power down. He's got the DRS advantage. Jumps to the inside. Going to try and outbrake each other. Hollis is still there. Oh, and Marcel Haller drifts the car around that corner, hangs onto it. Doesn't get the position, but what a save. And he's got the DRS advantage again. Swings to the outside. Hollis is going to try the crossover move, takes the line away. Marcel Haller cannot find a way around Joe Hollis's McLaren. Again, we jump on board, but he's not close enough to make a move. Trying to stick with it. You see Hollis struggling for grip. Getting the power down. And again, they'll come by the line. Callum Anderson picks up a 3-second time penalty. And again, down into the chicane. To the hairpin. Haller now trying to get the power down. He's got the DRS advantage, but he's too far back to try and make a move. close enough this time around. 3-second time penalty picked up by Zritos Kalamitis. And again, this time he's going to try the crossover move. Crossover 1. He's there, he's just not able to get close enough. Oh, and Hollis runs wide at the apex. Marcel's able to close up the gap a little bit. And again, Hollis runs wide coming out of that corner. To the inside now. Marcel Holler's going to try and make the move. Pushes Hollis wide. But Joe Hollis' McLaren, he's got the inside line heading into the first corner. He's going to be able to take that position back. And again, Marcel Holler can only find a way around for Joe Hollis for just a second before Hollis takes it right back. These two have been battling it out for the latter part of this race as the laps wind down. And it looks like Zritos Kalamitis coming into the background there. 5+ seconds behind this battle as it continues to unfold. Most of the other running order hasn't changed, by the way, as we continue to watch this battle. Paco Suarez is, well, actually, I guess I wasn't watching the battle for the lead. Jared Fosbury has taken the lead at some point. Paco Suarez is now second. Adrian Storm third. Michael Marlowe fourth. Lee Kelly is fifth. Joe Hollis and Marcel Holler is the battle that we've been watching for sixth. Zritos Kalamitis is eighth. Callum Anderson is ninth. Luke Tured is 10th. And I'm sorry that I missed the battle for the lead. I don't know if that was due to pit stops. Looks like it was. Paco Suarez made an extra stop over Jared Fosbury, so Suarez is going to be on better tires. We continue to watch this battle unfold, and this time, Marcel Holler does make the move at the end of the battle there. Hollis is going to try and get it back at the hairpin. DRS advantage, Hollis, and now Hollis is to the outside. Gets around Holler. And looks like Callum Anderson just got passed by Luke Tured with an 8th spot. King Julian, Marcel Holler himself trying to work his way around, and this time he's going to be on the outside. Hollis deep on the brakes. Crossover move. Can't make it stick. And we're going to go back to the battle for the lead real quick here because Suarez has now closed the gap to his teammate Jared Fosbury on fresher hypers. Jared Fosbury is your championship points leader. Renault is the championship points leading team. Paco Suarez is looking to pick up another win this year. Fosbury has been the points leader since day one. Now Suarez has got the better tires. In fact, Jared Fosbury has picked up 8 podiums this year out of 9 rounds. And 3 of those podiums have been wins. Meanwhile, Paco Suarez, he's got 5 podiums on the year, 2 of those being wins. And that is why Team Renault is leading the Constructors' Championship. We've got a caution in Sector 1. I'm not sure who that would be. Continue to watch these two battle it out. Caution in Sector 2 now. And this is it. This is the final lap. The battle for the win here. As these two have started the last lap. Paco Suarez within striking distance of his teammate. Callum Anderson has retired from the session. Looks like he's DNF. He was running in 11th spot, and he has crashed out. And there's his car, the Force Indy, in the middle of the track. Suarez has to take evasive action. They head down the straightaway there. It looks like he crashed into the Armco. So Suarez doesn't lose any ground to his teammate. He's got the DRS advantage. To the outside, Jared Fosbury is going to try and take away the more defensive line. Suarez trying to muscle his way in. They bump wheels once, they bump twice. Suarez to the outside. Power move going to make it stick. And Paco Suarez takes over the lead from Jared Fosbury, his teammate. Right as they're heading into Sector 3 of this track. Suarez was on the fresher hypers. Fosbury tried to make the one-stop strategy work. Suarez went with the two-stop, and he's going to make it stick. He's pulled out over a second gap now as they head into the last couple of quarters of this race. Paco Suarez is going to pick up another win. Paco Suarez across the line, followed closely by his teammate Jared Fosbury. And it looks like Michael Marlowe was trying to make a move on Adrian Storm, and Marlowe has lost his front wing here in the last couple of corners. Marlowe is going to run extremely wide out of that corner. Adrian Storm is going to come across the line third, followed closely by Michael Marlowe in fourth. Here comes Lee Kelly. Lee Kelly in the Williams is going to come across the line fifth. And Joe Hollis looks like he was finally able to hold off Marcel Haller. So Joe Hollis is going to come across in sixth, Haller in seventh. Sritos Kalamitis is coming across in eighth. And Luke Tured is somewhere towards the back of this. Luke Tured comes across ninth. Billy Mossam is going to be picking up the last points-paying position in 10th. So there it is, your top three. And I don't think that's right. Well, that's a glitch if I've ever seen one. Billy Mossam did not win this race. So we'll have to get that situated at the end of this. But your official finishing order would be Paco Suarez picking up his third win of the year. Jared Fosbury would be picking up another win. So let's take out Billy Mossam, and it is Paco Suarez, Jared Fosbury, Adrian Storm, Michael Marlowe, Lee Kelly, Joe Hollis, Marcel Haller, Sritos Kalamitis, Luke Tured, and Charlie Sampson. I am not sure. Billy Mossam's car was AI there for a little while, so he's essentially a lap down, so you can take him out of the running order. Charlie Sampson would pick up the last championship points-paying position. So definitely an interesting race today. I want to say thanks for joining me, even though I crashed out earlier in the race. You can pick up more IRL action later today, as IRL is going to be racing the GT3 League, Gran Turismo Sport at Circuit de Catalunya, Barcelona. I am 5th in the points in that race, but I will not be racing in that race today, unfortunately. You can also pick up IRL again tomorrow at 11:15 Eastern Standard Time, when they will do the Formula 1 F1 League. This was F2 today. F1 is tomorrow. We'll be able to watch that on the IRL channel. Make sure you check out the IRL YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, and comment. And I want to thank you guys for joining me on my channel. Like, subscribe, and comment. You can also check out IRL online at internationalracingleague-irl.com. Be sure to check that out for all the news and notes and get caught up with previous races and check out the point standings. And be sure to tune in tomorrow on IRL on the YouTube channel for the F1 race here at Yas Marina as well. So I want to thank you guys for joining me, and we'll see you guys at the next round.